Hey, what's good? Hey, it's your boy James, aka Samaj the guy. Y'all already know what it is, but even if you don't, it's okay, man, because I'm gonna let you guys know what it is, man. Just let you know that's something you're gonna get on the regular, honestly. But thank you guys and welcome to my YouTube channel, man. Hope you guys are here to stay. Hope you guys enjoy every single bit of content that you ever get, man. But y'all already know about the title of the video today, man. What you get today. So let's go ahead and get it. Alright, so I actually need to advance the cause, man. So, I've been wanting to support the cause, do anything and everything I can in my power to try to do something for the betterment of the community and for the culture, man. And over the years, I've gotten from like kind of closed off mindset to being open to kind of creative and kind of think about different ways that I can do my part and just to be able to branch out to other people as well, man. And since everything that's going on with the Black Lives Matter and then the George Floyds, the Breonna Taylors, the Ahmaud Arbery's, the list goes on and on and on. But just the main ones this year that really hit the whole world scene, man. Like, it's kind of been a push for more and more people to try to do different things, try to engage everybody else that's going on, man. And for me, it's just boost my enthusiasm, it's boost my ability to want to do more in this different sense or whatnot. So that's definitely why I feel like I've done a little bit. I feel like I could do a lot more, honestly. But it's all about just getting everybody else involved, man, and be able to spread those different ideas, those different conversations or things or whatnot, man. So for me, man, like growing up in elementary, I was, well, probably since I've been like a little like toddler, honestly, man. But I just grown up around white people a lot my whole life and things of that nature. And until I got to middle school, that's really when I came to a school. Well, I moved in elementary again, but when I came to school with more black people and things of that nature, and I got a chance to actually be around black people on a higher level or whatnot and be able to interact with them more and more in class and everything. But for me, man, I just really wanted to, like I said earlier, I had a closed off mind about everything. I did not want to acknowledge things at all. I didn't feel like they pertained to me at all. I was probably colorist when I was younger, growing up and things of that nature, man. Because I know, just for me, it just seemed to be like everything was cool being a light skin or whatnot. I don't know why that was. And I mean, I was growing up, I'm immature, don't really know a whole lot about the world scene and everything like that. It wasn't really in my intellectual mind that I am in now. So it's just a different headspace for me as well. And even through high school a little bit, I was kind of lacking some. I mean, I saw the different things happening over and over again, and it would hit me in the core sometimes, and then other times I try to brush it off as quick as I could because I know I was going to hear it at church, and I know I was going to hear it with some other people who I talked to, but I just didn't want to get into those conversations or anything like that. It was honestly a little too saddening for me. One of the reasons why I stopped watching the news too, because there's a lot of different sad things going on, but recently I picked up on that, man, and it's just kind of hard moving into that mental capacity to be able to take in everything that's going on and then be able to not let it drive you with anger, but drive you with a sense of purpose and a way to say it. Make you want to get into this like hopeful mindset that with what you're doing and what the people around you are doing, not just generation, but the generations before you and the generations after you, that maybe we can get these things turned around. So that's really like where I'm at now, especially growing up from those different times when I was younger and things of that nature. So everybody knows, if you're of age, I'll probably say like middle school age, through like where I am right now in college or whatnot, and probably a little bit, well, obviously people who are older than me or whatnot, but I would say probably starting like middle school age range right now. Everybody knows everything that's been going on with the civil rights movement from back in the 60s or things of that nature, and the different things that were going on right after World War II and during the Cold War as well. Obviously, during these times, we've been realizing we haven't learned the full brink of every little detail and every little part of our history that we should be knowing about, especially in school, in those different settings and those historical pieces of timelines of history that we seem to want to outline in our history textbooks. But everybody knows about the NAACP and the different things that they've been doing since those times as well, man. But for me, it's just something startling that I've been kind of seeing, and I've just been wondering why people seem to be jumping on the movement to push towards them so much nowadays. And it's something I've been thinking about for a long while, actually. It's one of the reasons why I never really gave the organization any credibility for a minute, because I was kind of confused on like who was leading it, who was behind everything, where's the real actions going on, are they really in the communities affecting things, are they really in the White House, in the Senate, in the House, pushing past laws and regulations that we know are going to come down to the judicial system that's actually going to help us, man. But for me, I just been thinking a lot, and it's like for the past 20 years, I just feel like we've been stagnant. Like we haven't really gotten anywhere at all with the things that we're trying to push, the things that we're trying to pull for, to better the communities and things of that nature, man. And why has that been the case? Honestly, I feel like we lost our way. We got to a certain point where we were comfortable with some of the laws that were going on, with some of the things that were going on. Once again, we learned to adapt to the way life was going, to the way the police were treating us, the way the system was, to just everything around. We just got kind of stagnant. We got lazy. We got a little complacent and started to feel ourselves a little bit, thinking that we can make it in this world. And I mean, you know, you had your few success stories and things of that nature, and then you always had, you know, your prominent people, your celebrities, your actors, your certain influence, things of that nature. And then you always have music artists, because we've been pushing the music industry for a long time, man. So I feel like a lot of people just kind of got stuck up on this idea that we were doing good, we were doing good enough, I should say, or whatnot. And that's really why we haven't been doing a whole lot. I mean, obviously, when Trayvon Martin, when he was murdered, then like the Black Lives Matter movement kind of like sparked up, and it kind of pushed towards everything. And then the NAACP and then some various other organizations or whatnot started to really come together and try to push their agenda a little bit more, things in that nature. So it's kind of been a sparking of events to get the ball rolling again. But to me, it's all about staying in the moment, staying in the present, realizing that, hey, we cannot have another situation like that at all again. Like, we literally have to fight for our rights, fight for everything that we want, not just this year, not just next year, but like 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, 30 years down the road. We start to be pushing the same effort, the same energy, the same mindset, the same philosophy, and do it in the best ways and the best measures possible to be able to get across the masses and to be able to affect the minds of the people who are in power and the people who make these laws and these rules and regulations, to make it not just better for us, but everybody included, man. So like, a big thing is getting into that mindset and getting into that airspace and being able to have those different conversations, not just with the black people, but Hispanics and Asians and white people alike, man. So it's going to take all of us. It's going to be able to help us be able to get into this one big mind space. Back to a more present note and things of that nature. Like I was saying, with the different things that have been going on the last 6 months, with a lot of sparks happening, with some of the riots, in a more theoretical sense and every night, and a lot of people's minds getting turned upside down. I have been encouraged a little bit by different things going on. There have been some petitions. There have been some changes in different policing policies and whatnot. We've gotten some police departments defunded and then other ones in a more reforming role and things of that nature, man. But for me, honestly, and it's something I'm probably not the only one thinking about and things of that nature, but it's just too many ideas. It's too many projects being thrown around, and I feel like that's kind of the reason why we haven't seen a whole lot of movement, a whole lot of change in a more macro space, to say. Like, there's been a lot of different micro things happening in different parts of the country and just in different parts of cities and within those states as well. But for me, it's honestly all about being able to figure out those main criteria, those main top of the line priorities, things that we need to push. Because in order for us to start to make real noise, in order for us to start to make real impacts, we're still going to have to do these protests. But the protests have to be done in multiple different ways and across multiple platforms and things of that nature. And for us, it's gonna take that moment for us to really sit down, whether it's like the prominent figures or like the community figures and things of that nature, or just whatever. But it's gonna take all of us, and we really have to sit down and figure out the top 3 to 5 things that we know are the most important to us, whether that's police reform, prison reform, just the different things that could be going on. I'm sorry, those are things on top of my head. education reform is something big on my mind, big on my heart, something I definitely want to push further along in my life, in my career, just whatever it is that I'm doing. I'm sure there are some other prominent things that really need to be going on in terms of with equity and equality in different airspaces or whatnot. But at the same time, we can't be pushing around 35 different agendas or whatnot, man. Like, it's the only way this is gonna work if we all come together, if we all start to support those like main causes, those main organizations who we know are gonna start fires and then be able to finish them and make it happen for real, and get to a point where we know we're actually doing things, where we know we can be proud of our movements, and where we can be proud of our changes, and not just feel like we're being ignored or silenced in certain respects as well. But it's gonna take time, and I mean, it's gonna take more people like me, more people who are bigger than me, you could say, have more power, more money, and things of that nature. And it's just gonna take everybody to be able to get at the table and be able to figure out things and hash it all out, because the more and more we try to strike up different things, it's good theoretically, but in the short run right now, it's not gonna get anything done. We're in a long run game right now. This always been a marathon, always. And I know it's kind of cliche to say because of like NIP or just different things going on, but we're in the long run here. It's a marathon. It's not about what we think we can fix right now, turn around right now. It's about what we think we can fix for the future and for a long-term success and betterment of everybody included. So it's just gonna take time. It's gonna take moments and more ideas and more creative mindsets to get to the point where we're all getting in on the one goal and one mindset, and to get those 3 to 5 big points out, man, and be able to make it to where we know we're pushing that across every politician's agenda and every lawmaker and rule maker's agenda, and then all through the education system and things of that nature, to really start to break down those barriers, break off even more chains, and bust down the walls to get to where it is that we need to get to, man. So hope you guys are really starting to figure out kind of where that is for you and how you think you can do it as well, because there's multiple ways to try to affect things and to get to those different ideas, and there's multiple platforms to go across and do your demonstrations and to try to help push the efforts and push the causes as well, man. And with that, I just hope you guys learned something new. Maybe try to think about doing things in a different way. That's something that I always try to push about. Try to be more open-minded, especially for myself and things of that nature, man. But these are just my opinions and my ideas, so I hope nobody comes to want to like out me or anything like that, man. But just thank you guys for watching today. And if you like this video, make sure to subscribe, like it, maybe leave a comment and everything like that, man. Be on the lookout for more and more videos from your boy. It's what up, man.